Have you ever wondered why you just can't seem to make your money stretch to the end of the month? Wondering why money just seems to slip through your fingers even after you've just had a payday? In this video, we're going to go through some of the main benefits of tracking your expenses. Awareness. By tracking your expenses for even just 1 month or one pay cycle, you become aware of where your money is going. You'll soon realize that $5 here, $5 there quickly adds up to a substantial amount of cash. Once you become aware of your spending, you can identify areas where you're perhaps being a bit too frivolous or buying things that you don't actually need. You'll also be able to identify things that are most important to you and ruthlessly cut out other expenses that do not bring you joy or enhance your life in any way. This will free up a greater amount of cash for you to spend on the things that do really enhance your life and bring you a greater sense of joy. Awareness is the first step to getting control over your finances and your financial future. Budgeting. With a clear record of your expenses, creating and sticking to a budget becomes much easier. You'll be able to set realistic expectations for certain categories of expenditure within your budget. You'll then be able to compare your spending each month to your budget, identify areas where you've gone over what your limit was, and identify the reason for that. Having a budget really is key to taking control of your finances. And having a good understanding of where your money is going every month will provide the basis for the creation of that budget. Identify wasteful spending. By keeping track of your expenses regularly, you'll start to identify wasteful spending. This doesn't necessarily mean that every meal out or coffee out is considered to be wasteful. After all, it's all about striking a balance between the fun things and the essentials. However, if you're eating out or buying coffee every single day on your way to work, then this may become a bit excessive and start draining your cash without you even noticing it. By tracking your expenses, you can identify areas like this, where you can cut back and save a substantial amount of cash each pay period. Small savings on things like coffees and lunch out on a daily basis can really add up over the course of a year and save you a substantial amount of cash. Tracking your expenses may also allow you to identify subscriptions that are no longer used. Keeping track of this will allow you to identify certain areas such as Amazon Prime or Netflix that maybe you're not using anymore and you can cut out to save yourself those extra few dollars every month. This again can add up to hundreds of dollars over the course of a year. Reducing financial stress. Money can be a very emotional topic for most people. If you don't know where your money is going every month, this can cause an unnecessary level of financial stress. When you have a plan in place on how you're going to spend your money and you know exactly where it's going every month, you will feel less financially stressed, less anxious, less fearful, and more in control of your money than you did previously. You will also feel less fearful of running out of money. This will allow you to make totally conscious decisions on your spending when you're out and about. Peace of mind really is priceless, and tracking your expenses is the first step to financial peace of mind. Goal setting and achievement. Tracking your expenses can help you set and achieve your financial goals. Whether your financial goal is to pay off bad debt, save up for a house deposit, or just save up an emergency fund. Tracking your expenses helps you stay on track and measure your progress. When you use an expenses tracker and you start to see yourself making progress and your savings going up or your debt coming down, you'll be motivated to keep going and achieve your financial goals even faster than you maybe ever thought. This gives you momentum, which is key to achieving any goal. You must ensure you have positive momentum, because breaking the cycle of negative momentum can be very difficult and often involves changing deeply ingrained habits. Once you have a system in place for tracking your expenses, you'll be able to track them consistently and easily without even really having to put much thought into it at all. I'll be doing a video soon around how to set and actually achieve your financial goals, so stay tuned for that one. How to actually track your expenses. It's important to choose a method that works for you. There are various methods. You can download an expenses tracking app such as Spending Tracker, or you could use a good old pen and paper. With Spending Tracker, you can input your expenses over a certain period of time and allocate them against certain predefined categories. The key to tracking your expenses is to be consistent. You don't necessarily have to do this for the rest of your life, but you should do it for at least 1 month to make sure you capture every expense. It's also key to review your expenses tracker regularly. This is important to identify those wasteful areas we mentioned earlier and to feel that sense of achievement when you do make progress towards your goal. It's also really important to stay honest. Ultimately, honest with yourself. Make sure you do record everything in your expenses tracker, because if you don't, you're only lying to yourself. Don't make it a habit to leave things out that you're embarrassed about. If you bought a donut out on your way home from work, include it. When you see you've gone over on your fun category because of that donut, that will just give you added motivation to keep going and make a change next month. Let me know in the comments below on your favourite method of tracking expenses if you've been doing it for a while, and how you found this helps you manage your finances. I'm keen to know what benefits you've seen since you've started. And if you haven't started tracking your expenses yet, now's the time to make the change. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did get some value out of it, please remember to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel.